Hello and welcome back. My name is Jaap and this is Stripping It Right Back, part 5. If you watched the previous streams, I've been talking about the mind as having a system, a single system within. It's a psychotechnology that will allow us to open up our minds and delve further into the fields of metaphysics. Okay, it'll allow us, the system allows us more scope and scale with the field of metaphysics, what I like to call the field behind autumn. Anyway, so today I want to discuss language. Now, I have to be careful as I stream. I don't want to use all the heavy jargon, all the a priori concepts, pure a priori propositions and a priori empirical propositions, because it'll just drown people, okay? And I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. I'm sure you can appreciate that, but one can only make it so easy, yeah? Like people often say to me, or say to people, explain Einstein to me like I'm a 10-year-old. Well, you can't explain Einstein to a 10-year-old, end of, yeah. There's a certain complexity that comes with fields of knowledge, and you just have to open up your mind to them and try and sit into what is being relayed. Anyway, today I want to talk about language, okay? And I'm just going to sort of skirt around the edges, okay, to give you an idea of what language is about in the phonetic sense. Language is all about relaying fixed positions, okay? Our ability to use language is our ability to coordinate one another, okay? And I've already spoken about the mode of navigation, the idea we can navigate by the stars, and we navigate by fixed positions, and that language as a coordinating mode relays fixed positions. I'm trying to coordinate your mind around what coordination is right now by applying the coordinates of fixed positions and so on, so you could fix your mind to these fixed positions and follow what I am saying. Now, clearly there are a myriad of languages on the planet, thousands of different language sets, and they all have their own idiosyncratic flavors, if you will. Okay? But we need to unify our species. That's what I'm about, okay? This system is a unifying perspective, okay? All humans wear this set of modes. All humans, we all wear them. No matter what subject we are approaching, whether it's chemistry, biology, religion, war, greed, love, children, peace, equality, equilibrium, whatever position we are trying to relay, it's relayed around fixed positions. Inferences, and in the last episode I spoke about how the mind sees internally around beds of inferences. We intuit sets of fixed inferences and we organize our minds around them, so we see internally, as I explained in the last stream. So yes, so language is all about coordinating, okay? Every single aspect of language, okay? Let's just break it down to a very, very simple structure, okay? If I asked you if you would like a cup of tea and a biscuit, I've coordinated you around two positions. Tea, which is a noun fixes that position in your head, and biscuit, a noun fixes that position in your head, okay? So you have two positions, and if you relay back to me, I would like tea and one biscuit, okay? Then you've relayed back those coordinates to me, and my mind is positioned around tea and one biscuit. Would you like milk and sugar? 3 sugars, please. That's the position, three places with sugar, if you will, 3 positions, okay? Point being, it's no matter how simple our language structures are, or no matter how complex our language structures get, okay, it's all based around inferences, fixed positions, etc. And language is a tool, a mode, okay, of the mind, and the mind is extending through language. It's blowing itself through this instrument, okay. And we have the ability to aggregate and shape what we want to say, etc., and coordinate ourselves around fixed positions, and the mind then can use the tool of navigation to navigate itself by the fixed positions, okay? And just to go back to that point, I've heard people say that the first word was and that does make sense, because if we use the a priori apparatus of the mind to take us right back through history, down through the evolutionary ladder to our beginnings, there was a time when we didn't have a mouth and a tongue. Goes without saying, okay? We've evolved, okay? Modified by degree over eons. So there was a time when we did not have a tongue, we didn't have teeth, we didn't have lips, we just didn't have a mouth, okay? So we would have come out of some kind of primordial soup type creature. Anyway, you know what I mean. So we'd have come up, and as we developed a mouth, okay, the idea we wanted to accept, reject, okay, yes, no, to eat, we would have made guttural sounds. I believe the a priori structures of knowledge tell us that to be the case. We would have made some kind of a guttural sound, okay, which would eventually have I believe that's the first note of language, okay? And I believe all language is a single note blowing through an instrument, and because we have the ability to aggregate and add intonation with emotion, we get the flavor of having different languages and all the different layers of language, okay? All the different textures of language, all the different flavors, all the different colors of language can come out of that set. So anyway, let me go back to that set. The idea that phenomena, it's just we break up language using yeah, no, that, them, nation is okay, so anyway, that might sound a bit crazy, but I'm just trying to explain and relay a perspective to you. Okay, we have come right up okay, we've come right back up through language, and it's always being this this instrument being shaped, and we've refined it now. I mean, look how refined it is. I can stream like this, I can blow through the instrument like this. Now if you sped up my language, if you sped up our words, we would come out as a drone, okay, a high-pitched drone, like I said, just go with this. So if you broke up our language, if you sped up our language, it would sound like a single note coming out of an instrument, okay? So when you think about it like that, just aggregate it, okay? It's broken up, and we add motion to it in different tones and so on, and we create these colorful, phonetics. So anyway, so we have had one mind, we have a mind, a systemic mind blowing itself through an instrument, okay? So it can relay and concur with one another. So it can relay the ideas of itself to its other self, okay? So it can align with itself around fixed positions, so it can coordinate those fixed positions, so it can navigate by those fixed positions and find unification with it. Okay, so anyway, one more mode I want to talk about in relation to all that is the idea that we can transpose our minds onto great spectrums of thought, okay? So we can transcend, there's a transcendence to our mind where we feel somehow connected to the whole universe, and there's a transcendence in that. But we can also transcend our minds in the transcendental sense that we can lift up our mind, we can disengage from ego, or we can disengage from ego and lift our mind up into the abstract, and in an objective mirror we can subject ourselves to an objective mirror of what the whole world is, okay? What rainforests are, how rainforests relate to us, how insects relate to us, how how war is corrupt, how greed is a corruption of our beautiful spirit, and so on. So we can relay great knowledges, great tracts of knowledge by transcending ourselves, okay, and transposing ourselves into them. So transpositional, as I said, I think it was in episode 1, the transpositional mode of the mind, the idea we can transpose our minds into huge spectrums of thought. And the key is in the word itself, transpositional, positional, okay, positional, okay. The idea we can transpose the mind into fixed positions, okay, and we can coordinate fixed positions, inferences, and we coordinate ourselves by those fixed positions. I'm coordinating you right now, just to reiterate, and you're navigating your mind by the coordinates I'm relaying down to you, so you can understand what is going on in language, okay? So we have a transmission, we can transcend, we can transpose our mind into great spectrums of thought, and we can coordinate ourselves by the fixed positions that we find within. We can internalize our minds around them, meaning the sight again, once again, just to go back to it, we can, sight is internalized positions, okay? We organize around internalized positions. Point being, from a point of unification, I'm trying to unify the whole species and suggest that this system is in everybody's head and it's utilized no matter what we are doing, no matter what spectrum of thought we are analyzing. So this is a, a unique perspective of what's going on in the mind, no doubt about that, okay? Just to give you clarity though, yeah? It's not about bragging anything up, I just want to give you clarity. And we can all unify with this position, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you're Russian or Chinese or English or American or whatever. It doesn't matter what language you're using, okay? Whether it's an Aboriginal flavor of language or a Native American Indian flavor of language, it doesn't matter. What matters is this set of modes is in play, and one of them is a transpositional mode that allows us to transpose our mind onto great spectrums of thought, and one of them is a mode of coordination that lets us coordinate our mind by all these fixed positions and use language to coordinate each other, okay? And we have a mode that allows us to navigate them all. And so that is what we are in essence of language. Like I said, one instrument blowing into a complex verse so we can relay it to one another. Anyway, I hope you found something in that today. I mean, there's, I have to get back to language. I will come back to language again and give this, flow more refinement. I will do that with all the different streams, okay? Right now I'm just pulling threads out of the air because I want to relay something to you. I want to relay the idea that there's something going on, okay? There's something going on in our species. And you know, we're bigger than we realize, okay? We're bees that belong to one hive, okay? And we have an ontological structure that keeps us as bees belonging to that hive. And this system is the key to understanding that structure, that matrix. So if you want into the next verse of evolution, it's best you stay with me, I think. Anyway, peace and love, and thank you again for listening.